A once-in-5-year meeting is underway of the Central Committee of China's Communist Party, at which economic reform has traditionally been the focus. Analysts are playing down the prospect of nation-changing policy, but it comes at a time when the world's second-largest economy is slowing faster than expected, as government initiatives fail to stimulate demand and to repair a crisis-ridden property market, as figures released earlier today highlighted.
China's economy grew much slower than expected in the second quarter, dragged down by a prolonged property crisis and job insecurity, despite a strong beginning to the year. It's led to expectations that Beijing may need to unleash even more stimulus. Official data showed the world's second-largest economy grew at 4.7%, the slowest since the first quarter of 2023, and missing a 5.1% forecast. The years-long property downturn deepened in June as new home prices fell at the fastest pace in 9 years. Particular worry surrounds growth in retail. Businesses were forced to slash prices on everything, from clothes to cars, under deflationary pressure. Analysts say to expect cutting debt and boosting confidence to be the main focus at this week's third-party plenum, a key economic meeting that happens every 5 years. The government has been aiming for economic growth of 5% in 2024, a target that many think is too ambitious. To counteract weak domestic demand and property problems, China has already increased infrastructure investment and is focusing on high-tech manufacturing. Though now, analysts at Citi, polled by Reuters, say they expect further measures to support property are coming after a meeting of the Politburo later this month.
And that economic report card coming on the first day of China's so-called third plenum. The meeting involves several closed-door meetings, which will include Chinese President Xi Jinping and other top leaders. Now, for more on this, we're joined now by CNA's Olivia Siong, reporting live from Beijing. Olivia, what are the key things we are looking out for over the next few days?
Well, this is a, traditional set piece in the Communist Party's 5-year calendar and its term of government. Over 370 permanent and alternate members of the leading Central Committee meeting behind closed doors from today amid heightened security here in Beijing, including a drone ban, also pointing to the significance of this gathering. We know that state media reported that today President Xi delivered a work report on behalf of the top Politburo and elaborated on a draft decision on further comprehensively deepening reform and advancing Chinese modernization. Now, that sounds like a lot of jargon, but if we were to break it down, what this essentially means is what analysts have been saying is that we will likely see a continuation of many of President Xi's signature policies, including one to advance what he has called high-quality development as China has seen slowing growth. Now, journalists like us, we do not have access to these meetings, and we are unlikely to hear anything about the talks and the discussions that are going on until the end of it on Thursday. And that's when we can expect a communique to be released. Now, that's going to be a very brief report on the outcome of the meeting, and that is not the be-all, end-all. It may not paint a full picture on the decisions that have been made. What we are expecting a few days later, though, is a full readout, the full decision document to be released, and that will be more substantial, outlining the policy direction. What we are also looking out for is how the meeting will be portrayed. State media here has been in overdrive promoting this meeting. The benchmark has often been that 1978 third plenum, which was seen as setting the stage for China's reform and opening up under then paramount leader Deng Xiaoping, which led to the meteoric economic growth that China had seen for decades. And President Xi himself has compared that meeting to the 2013 third plenum that he helmed when he first took office, where pledges for the market to play a bigger role had been made. And I asked an analyst how much progress he thought has been made since then, but he said the report card is slightly mixed. Have a listen.
we do have seen liberalization in areas for the interest rates in particular, and in more recent months under current governor Pan Gongsheng, he has actually enacted a lot of work towards a market-based interest rate reform. But we also have seen a bit more of a stronger hand by state-owned enterprises in the Chinese economy, things that have not been implemented in 2013 thus far is the introduction of the property tax, the raising of the retirement age, and also potentially allowing a larger role for, again, the private sector to come in to invest in state-owned enterprises.
So, Ollie, besides the economy, are there any signs pointing towards personnel changes?
Well, that's where it's not really clear, as decision-making over personnel changes has become more opaque under President Xi. He's also known to not follow exactly the traditions and rules that have been set by the party. But we do know that the Central Committee needs to officially vote on the removal of members and the appointment of alternates. And we did see the expulsion of Defense Minister Li Shangfu last month from the Communist Party, state media confirming that he had been put under an investigation for corruption. And analysts expect that the defense minister, the former defense minister rather, would possibly be dismissed from the Central Committee. The question also, though, is whether his successor, the new defense minister, Dong Jun, will be promoted to the party's Central Military Commission, as this is only possible to be done during a plenum such as this one. But we do not know. Also, big questions over what will be the fate of China's former Foreign Minister Qin Gang, who was also removed from his post abruptly without explanation last year. We will have to see whether he will be dismissed from the party by analysts, or rather dismissed from the Central Committee. But analysts are saying that if he retains his post, it is possible that it means that an investigation is still ongoing. Sha.
Olivia, thanks for that. That was CNE's Olivia Siong reporting live from Beijing.